Hello and welcome to the Logan City Lanes. This is the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. We're into round two, starting to get into the important part of the tournament. Alan Atkins up against Ken Sheehan, and both players in great form in the first round, and this promises to be a great round match here, Terry.
Yes, Chris, this should be a great match. We've got Alan, who's as tough as nails, and Ken, who really is trying to show that age is no barrier to this game. Well, Tony, you got that one not down the lane far enough then?
No, a little bit inside on that one, Terry. He let the ball go as we see it come down here through the backswing, inside the target a little bit when he started out, and the ball continued to come up high on the headpin.
Not a bad starting shot there, really, is it?
No, it's a pretty solid start.
Yeah, gets the spare. That's what he wanted to do, close the frame. All important in the finals. And a wry smile there from Alan Atkins.
The ball going down outside to pick up the 4 and the 7 pins, covered them well.
And Ken Sheehan, the old man of the tournament, 54 years of age and a host of titles. He defeated Gary Key in the first round, looking for a strike, got it. Great start for Kenny Sheehan, the bowling centre manager from Virginia.
As I said, Chris, this match he's really had to prove. At 54 years of age, he's still got it. He's still got what it takes. He's as tough as ever. Look at this. Perfect shots. For a first shot, that's looking good. He goes on to make another one. Here on pin cam, perfect. 10 in the pit. He's pretty loose out there, the way he's bouncing that around.
Some of the tournaments he's won, the 88 Caboolture Open and runner-up in the Bundamba Cup. He's an Australian and state representative. And that's a double, a great start for Kenny Sheehan.
This is really going to be a good match. You know, we're here into the second round. We've gone through all the preliminary finals of taking out a few of the lesser players in the seedings tournament. We've come up with the top 6 seeds. Here he throws just a great shot. Out wide, comes in, rips the 5, loves it.
This is Alan Atkins. On a bit of a slow start from Atkins, going across the head pin again.
Yes, well, as we'll see this ball go down the lane, you'll see once again he's pulled inside his target. Alan's just not quite lined up on the pair yet. He's letting Ken get away from him a little bit at the moment. The ball coming high on the head pin. See the pin cam leaving that sleeper, the 2 and the 8 pin, the one behind the other.
That spares it up again, so safely through. 2 close frames for Alan Atkins. He's a 44-year-old delivery driver from Alexander Hills. He's 5 times winner of the Cool Foam Classic. In '87, he won the Queensland and Logan City doubles. Runner-up in the Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic of '85. And he'd love to continue to enjoy bowling, and at this stage, he seems to be doing so in this tournament.
Yes, Alan, he loves to compete. He's a great punter. He usually at the tournament, if he's not bowling well, he's out running a book out the back on everybody else, but he's a great competitor. Very, very tough here to beat.
There we are. They're the odds he'd like to see as a punter. Clean up with a strike.
Much better shot there, Chris. Much better. Alan got the ball out on the lane well. Followed right through the ball this time, throwing it right down the outside and bringing it up to the headpin. Said, this time, yes, there it is.
Kenny Sheehan, of course, he's had a double, looking for a turkey. He can get 300. SLE Holden, Nova. Won't be doing it this time. That would have been compliments of Motorama Holden Springwood. For the perfect 300 game, 12 strikes in a row. Unfortunately, his run ends in the 3rd frame.
See Ken pulling the ball across the head pin, leaving the 5 pin. Makes the spare, no problem.
No problem at all. This Brooklyn has really played an important part in the match.
The 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic, and Ken Sheehan has an 11-pin lead over Alan Atkins. The winner of the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic will receive a check for $4,000 and will be flying Qantas to Las Vegas, USA to compete in the $1 Million High Roller Tournament. You're watching the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. The 2nd round match between Ken Sheehan, the man on screen at the moment, and Alan Atkins. Ken Sheehan enjoying an 11-pin lead at the moment. Dearly love to strike out here. A little bit of luck there. Takes out a couple of more pins. Could have been left with a nasty split there.
Well, he could have been left with a nasty split, but that back pin running across, taking out the 10 pin. He's left himself with just the 6 pin. You'll see here the ball takes off dramatically, and he rides it. He thought it was a good shot. It's gone a little higher. Pin rolls across, leaves him with 9.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. He knew that was on target from the moment it left his hand.
These players shouldn't be missing single pins. If they do so, it's purely out of nervousness or just lose it in the shot completely.
Tony, open frames in this match, in the round 2 matches, crucial? Very crucial, Chris, very crucial. They're both good spare shooters. Both Alan and Ken have got great spare records in the game. This is Atkins. Cleans them up. That's what he wanted. Get onto a double.
Well, that was another great shot. He's got it out a lot wider. Getting the ball out wider, getting it in, getting the ball to run back into the pocket and setting up another great strike. You'll see this. He did love it, didn't he? He loved it. Loves every minute of it. Bowlers love getting strikes. Look at this.
That's what it's all about.
Straight through, 10 in the pit. It's sort of like hitting a 400-yard drive. He needs now, if he can get up now and capitalise on this double, he can really put the wood on Ken and he can take the lead.
He scored a 196-185 win over Ian Bradford in the first round. Oh, he's waiting for that one to go down. It wouldn't drop. But the true sportsman that he is, he turns around and has a wry smile.
I think he thought maybe that could have been a little worse. Tony, what do you think? The soft 7?
Very unlucky there, Terry. Very unlucky. See it rocking. Here it is. Go. No, not quite. Not quite.
9 pin not going as quickly as he would have liked.
No, it's a little bit slow also, but just a 7 pin to go for here. Oh.
Turning point.
It really is. This is exactly what I mean. A single pin shouldn't be a problem. And these players, they get up, they get a little bit of a bad break. They think they need the strike. They have a lot of tension on themselves. And he just got up there, totally lost it. He's missed it by a mile. And he just sits down and says, what the heck?
What about that? Kenny Sheehan looked completely disgusted with himself.
Well, Chris, he actually took off a little bit earlier on that shot. He literally rushed up. Very uncharacteristic of Ken. He's a good thinker of the game and could have taken a good advantage on Alan then.
Look at the look on his face.
Yes, you'll see here as soon as they let it go.
Spares up, though. Closes the frame.
That's a great spare. That is a really difficult spare.
I think, Terry, that would you have to agree, he literally just took off on that spare. He didn't think about it. Could have jumped on Alan.
I think so, yeah. This is what we come back to before, talking about pre-shot routines. You've really got to keep your rhythm and your tempo going.
Game plan.
Very much so.
Yep.
Again, a little, bit of luck. Hey?
Well, Chris, that was more or less a copybook shot before. The pin rolled across before, took out the 10, left the 6. This time, as you'll see, the ball goes down. It goes down again. Ken likes it again, thinks it looks okay. Hits, goes, what's going on? Thank you very much. He says, you beauty. He says, that was great.
And it was nice to see great sportsmanship. Obviously, these two guys get on well together. A little bit of a smile and a give me a high five, and that they were away.
I think it comes back to the age of the players. You know, they're not the modern type player. They're the older type players, and that's the way the game was played back in those days.
I think, Chris, that you've got a situation here. These guys have played themselves a lot.
Taking a lot of time this time is Atkins. Obviously, the match at a crucial point here. We're at the bottom of the 6th.
With an open frame, he needs to get a strike now to get back in the match. Ken's got a strike up. He needs a strike now.
Oh, no, like that time. Kenny Sheehan got all the luck this side on lane 11. Lane 12 not dropping his way.
No, Chris, he's tended not to quite roll the ball the same way the last 2 shots. He had a good roll on at the start, and now all of a sudden it's just not quite finishing. Just hitting a little bit too soft. Can't get that 7 out. See if he makes an adjustment.
Not rolling it as heavy, is he?
No.
Yep, spares it up. That's better. And the crowd appreciating this contest.
See, he makes a much better adjustment. Moves further out to the right to shoot the ball across the lane, making sure it slides out further towards the gutter and making that 7 pin.
Knew he'd picked it up halfway down the lane, didn't he?
Yes.
And 6 frames down here in the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic, a round 2 match, and there's only 10 pins in it.
The holes in bowling balls are not all the same. When you go bowling, you'll find that you'll put your fingers all the way down to the last joint, thumb in, holding the ball like so. With the competitors in the Coca-Cola Classic, you'll find that they'll be bowling with a fingertip control ball. What this does is it imparts more revolutions on the ball, thus giving better pin action.
You're watching Nines Wide World of Sports and our coverage of the 89 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. This is Alan Atkins. He trails by 10 pins at the moment and really needs to get a strike, get a bit of a roll on here.
He wants to get back into the match. He knows Ken's going to be real hard to beat. Tony, you think he really tried to pep that one up?
I think so. I think so. I think he's seeing now this match is just starting to slip out of his reach a little bit. Ken's getting a bit of advantage. See him go down here and makes the ball go long. But no, it's not coming back.
He didn't really go and get the fingers on it that he wanted to.
No, a little bit pulled through, Terry, I think. Literally, that one, he pulled it through.
Tried to point it.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, Terry, doesn't miss too many spares.
No, that missed single pin was purely where he lost it altogether. And since he's missed that single pin, he really hasn't thrown the ball that confidently. He's looking a little tentative now. Ken's got the wood on him at the stage, but a great spare there.
Would Ken now know that he has the ascendancy here?
Very much so. Ken definitely knows these things.
Big shot here.
Yeah, big-time players get the big-time shots.
Yes, they do. I played Ken here a few years ago, and when we were practicing, he tried to psych me out while we were practicing together. Luckily for me, it didn't work at the time. It just hyped me up more. But Ken wanted to put that one away, and that's just the way you want to do it. As you can see there, you're getting plenty of pin action, all the things you want. That really intimidates the other player when you can throw big shots like that.
The 54-year-old from Virginia in Brisbane. No, I didn't like that one at all.
Now again, Tony, you think he lost that one in the just same as Alan? He just didn't get the fingers on it, didn't roll the ball well.
Yeah, Terry, I'm seeing the guys not getting a rhythm going here. There's no real rhythm out there. Kenny just took off a little bit early. He didn't like it when he let it go. It slid past and leaving the washout. He's a bit annoyed with himself with that. He's a good sparer, but he could give this a good go.
Oh, gee, every chance. Certainly gave it every possible hope, didn't he?
Well, we've seen a few of the players out there go for this spare. You'll see it in a minute where the pin just goes straight around the back of the 10 pin, and he's just unlucky not to get it. You see here where sometimes you can miss by more, it can kick off the sideboard and pick it up. That time, the pin just went straight around it. But it lets Alan back in the match. He's got to get up there and get a strike here, and he's right back in this match.
Does so. He was pretty happy, and boy, wouldn't he be. He's back into it now.
Yes, the way it's gone, with the 6 count that Ken got, that put him down low in the pin count. Alan can just strike now, and he can take the lead if he can get a double.
Pumped himself up well on that shot, Chris. See the pin cam here going through, cleaning the deck off, 10 in a pit.
The ball drove through much better that time.
Much better shot, yes.
Let's see if Alan can get up here and get a double. This is what he wants. Foundation frame, 9th frame. He can get a double here. He can set up a 221 game. No, well, he didn't do it that time, Tony.
No, Terry, once again, pulling the ball up high on the head pin as we see it go down the lane here. We'll see that he gets down low, comes through the ball. No, just wasn't quite on target. Always going to come up high. Again, didn't quite jump on it.
No, it's sort of, as we were talking about, can't find the rhythm.
No. Oh, no. Oh.
Well, that, again, he's just, as we were talking about before, the rhythm is just so important. He went for the 7 pin before, missed it. He's thrown this shot here, he's pulled it up. He knows it's going to chop.
Yes. Inside on it again.
And that's just dead meat. He can only strike out now for a possible 189.
There it is. Ken Sheehan on his way to the finals here in the 89 Coca-Cola Classic.
See Ken going down here. He says, OK, one more time. Come on, cross over there. There it is. The Brooklyn strike.
And we're into the 10th frame, coming back for that after this break here on Nines Wide World of Sports. And Ken Sheehan has a 10-pin lead over Alan Atkins. Welcome back to the 89 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic at the Logan City Lanes in Brisbane. And this is the man who will be progressing to our step-ladder finals, Ken Sheehan. He'd surely love to, for confidence sake, clean it up here.
He certainly would, Chris.
Likes it. Down on all fours was Kenny Sheehan. That's a double. And if he strikes out here with two more, a 2-1-9 game for him.
Yes, he'll want to finish off the game. As with all these good players, they always like to leave the opponent with something to think about for the next time they get up there and play them. And that's pretty important when it's really, this game is a one-on-one situation. Everybody plays the person straight out, and it really is important to intimidate your player and make sure you keep on top of him. I'm not sure what Ken's record is against Alan, but I'm sure he wants to keep in front.
A bit wide on that one, Terry.
Yeah, what do you think? Ken was very quick up.
Very quick again, very quick again. I think they just quite haven't got the rhythm yet. They've got to get the rhythm going and keep in the flow. You'll see bowlers like Fred Alsop in this series. It's a very good timer. He paces himself well.
Picks up a great spare with that shot, though.
Good spare. Changes balls. Goes to the harder ball on that spare and makes it well.
Well, Ken's finished up here with a 206 game, which is good. Shooting 200 under these conditions is pretty difficult. All the pressure, the tension. He's won the match. He's very, very happy right now, I'm sure.
Yeah, he gets the strike far too late. Still, all good experience for future tournaments.
Yes, Tony, what do you think? Pressure's off and Alan free wheels goes bang, bang, bang. Thanks very much.
Yes, it's a relaxed shot. Look at it now. The 7 pin's all gone. The ones that stood before now no longer stand.
I think that happened in your match too on lane 12.
Once or twice.
And the look on his face there said it all. It said, here it comes, but it's a little bit too late.
I think Alan looked back with some interest at this match. He'll see that he's not bowling his normal tempo. He's been very either flustered by Ken or something like that. That's putting him off his game perhaps a little bit to himself. Hasn't really been out there playing himself.
And he takes out the last 2 pins, but to no avail. The winner is Kenny Sheehan by 206 to 179. Ken Sheehan moves into the step-ladder finals of the 89 Coca-Cola Classic. For the runner-up here, Alan Atkins, he bows out